Okay, so today we have Jason and I here, and for our writing prompt, we're going to be doing a little lesson. All right, Jason, I have a couple questions for you. What is something that you enjoy to do? Is there like a hobby or an activity or something that you've gotten into recently that you just enjoy doing in your own time, or even it could be something at school?
I like making comics.
Making comics? So I'm going to write that down. So he likes making comics. Do you like do you like the drawing? Do you like creating like a comic story? What do you like about comics?
I like creating like stories, and I just like drawing, and I like telling funny stories.
And so how did you get into comics?
I just I was reading comics, and then I was drawing, and I just thought I was good at drawing, and I started making comics because it's fun.
Okay. So is there different supplies that you need for comic books?
Yeah.
What are those supplies? Can you tell me a little bit about it?
You need like a pencil,
Mm-hmm.
the pieces of paper, you need a ruler, and like a Sharpie to outline the drawings.
Okay. Now, do you like to just draw, or do you like to create story with it, or?
I like put speech bubbles and
make words and yeah. Okay, so today we're going to be writing like a little short paragraph, and then after we write this paragraph, we're going to turn it into eventually like a paper. So, you know, like the parts of a paper, you have your, what do you open a paper with?
A topic sentence.
And then like what's that first paragraph called? Starts with an I. Introduction. So, you know, you start your paper with an introduction, and then you're going to have like your body of your paper, correct? Which would be like your midsection. And then what do you always end a paper with?
Period. I mean, an ending sentence.
Instead of an ending sentence, it would be in a paragraph form now. So what's that big paragraph called? Starts with a C. It's a hard word. Conclusion. So if you were to start an introduction, what would you introduce? Would you introduce?
I would introduce me and then like the other characters.
Well, not in the comic books itself. If you were writing a paper to tell people about comic books, like say I had no idea about comic books, okay? You're going to write an informational paper on explaining about comic books, but also telling us why you like comic books, okay? So to start this out, I just want you to write a short paragraph today, okay, on just to get an idea about comic books. So I want you to start off with, you know, an introduction sentence about, you know, why you like comic books, okay? And then I want you to go into what supplies you need for comic books. And then you're going to go into what kind of comic books are your favorite. You know, do you like action? Do you like superhero? Do you like ones about animals? Do you like sport ones? Really, you know, whatever your favorite is. And then you're going to go into a conclusion sentence about, you know, something kind of like wrapping up what you just wrote about. And then that's going to be our paragraph for, you know, just to get a start. And then once we finish that, later on, you know, like say next week in class, you would want to go ahead and start doing paragraphs themselves. So you would start with an introduction and build that sentence that you just made, and then write an introduction, and then build more sentences off that to make a paragraph. And then after you write about your supplies, that would be your
ending.
No, what's the middle of the paper called? So starts with the B. Body.
Oh, the body.
The body of the paper. So then your supplies and what kind of comic books would kind of be your body of the paper. But you would make those into 2 different paragraphs. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then you would end your paper with your...
Yep. Conclusion?
Conclusion, yeah. So you would use your conclusion sentence from this paragraph and then build off of that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and have you write that first paragraph, and then that's going to be kind of your builder for your paper. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right.